Hello everybody, aka the Coot again with an Elise jungle guide. And I think this time you get to enjoy my sexy voice more than others. So, I started playing Elise probably a few months back. I mean, I'd played her before, but she's the kind of character that's it's really hard to stop playing and then keep playing her again later because of the fact that she runs a 6 skill skill set. So in other words, every skill you have has, the other form, which has a different skill. But all in all, I think she's probably the easiest character to play as far as those things are concerned. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's definitely the fact that you have to manage 6 different skills, and she's got a big gap between being, a normal player and being an exceptional player, but either way, I think she's pretty easy and a lot of fun to play. I go for a pretty normal build here in the beginning. I try to do like an AP tank kind of thing, but I always get my jungler item first, unless I'm playing Aatrox, but that's a different story. Runes and Masteries are at the end, so you guys can check those out if you need a little push in the right direction with those, and we'll get right into it here jungling. Also, Elise has a lot of fun mobility. I say that because her move where she pops up into the air is really, really good for, getting into fights and getting away from fights as well, which is something that not a lot of people have a get in and get out kind of situation, so I enjoy using that. Get through the beginning, plow through the jungle a little bit. So her Q real quick is Neurotoxin is what I start out with. It's just basically a move you click and it goes right away and does magic damage equal to the base amount of whatever the current target's health is. And her alternate to that is Venomous Bite, which is in her spider form. She lunges and does like a quick little attack move with that. Her W is her Spiderlings. It sends out a tracking spider, which is fantastic and does a lot of burst damage later on, but it'll go after minions, so you have to be careful about that. And then she also has Skittering Frenzy, which gives her crazy attack speed, which is great for taking down towers or just getting a little extra AD damage in there, because she is a very viable AD as well, if you decide to go full tank, if that's what your team needs. Her E is Cocoon, which is her stun, which is a skill shot, but it's fantastic. You can do some crazy stuff out of the jungle with her. That's why she's such a good jungler, because that Cocoon just absolutely shuts people down. And in her spider form, she has Repel, which makes a giant circle in which you can move any area there and go in from there. Here you can see, come in with the Cocoon, lead him with that, do a little damage, and then watch him try and get away, get flipped, and then get stung. Singed does a real good job there flipping him up, but either way, we get the first kill there for me out of the jungle, and started good. And real quick, her ultimate is obviously her spider form. She starts out with this. You can turn into your spider right away, but as you level it up, you get an increased number of spiderlings, which have recently been nerfed, but still do a ton of damage. They're easier to kill from the enemy standpoint, but they're still really, really good and do, like I said, a ton of damage. So, miss a shot there at middle lane. They can't all be winners. You hear me say it a bunch, but that's the way that goes. If every time I gank somebody I got a kill, I'd probably be diamond now instead of, I think, silver 3 is where I'm at the moment. But I see that Singed is doing a good job up top here, so I throw that for no reason. Send out Spiderling, put a little damage on him, forget that he has that pop-up, go back in there, get him out of lane real quick. Gotta be cautious, obviously, Vi. You guys have seen me play Vi 100 times, so you know what kind of force she can be. For those of you who have enjoyed my Vi video, or 5 videos, I think I have like 4 of them. But check mid lane, it's always nice to show presence. You guys probably hear me say that every video I make for the rest of my life, but it's nice to show presence in lane. Sometimes I mix it up. I always try and be elusive in some way. You don't want to just do the same things over and over again. So I'll go from top lane, show middle, and then go back top lane. Do stuff like that. Here, pretty straightforward, easy stuff. We get some kills in here. Leona goes and decides that she wants to be the carry, but either way, Draven picks up a kill there. We get a good dive on the tower, and I get to tax the lane a little bit. Also, I figure while we're here, why not get some damage on a tower? But the Draven signals me off, so does Leona, and that's because sometimes your carry will like to farm down there. I know most people would look at that if they're just playing the game and be like, why, you want to get the tower as soon as you can, but if that Draven is down there and he's just absolutely rolling lane, there's no reason to take away and add to the complication of him having to push farther than that tower if he's got the visibility. And sorry for the block wards down there. That is Riot. And if that's the only thing they do wrong, I can't complain. Riot does pretty good, but either way, little glitch right there, but not a big deal. I know where the wards are for sure. Give me a little sip of beer here, get back into the action. It's football Sunday for me, so there's got to be some kind of drinking. Get a good shot down here. It's 3v1. I realize I have the tower, but either way, go in there, rape face, get the double. And that's Elise at her finest right there. Close that gap with that repel real fast. And make sure that Caitlyn knows that it's not just her lane to farm. Push her out and don't just leave Leona here. Because, you know, that's not fair to Leona. And if she's going to pour it right in front of me, obviously I'm going to do something to make her regret it. That's extra time she could be doing somewhere else. So, push the lane a little bit. I try not to take too much kill there, especially when there's work to be done in other lanes. Show face here, you know. Give a little lane control. That lane looked pretty pushed, but here's a quick move you can use. I actually did that just so I could show you guys in a video, but if you get vision on somebody by casting a move on them, like your cocoon, you can repel on top of the jungle. It's a really good way to get away from people in the end, like towards endgame. If you're getting into a team fight and you need to back off, there isn't a better way to get away than somebody than that. You'll pull some stuff, add in with a flash, and there's nothing funnier than, you know, cocooning a mob in the jungle, repelling over it, then flashing out. Here, a quick ward shows me that Vi is trying to pull some shit, so I back out of there real quick, go and try and get a pinch, but there's nothing there, so check out top lane real quick, see how my 1v1 is against this guy. Realize I don't have a chance in hell, so send some damage, try and discourage him from killing me, because he definitely would have, and then go back to work. Either way, though, you got to be cautious because there's a fine line between stealing somebody's CS and helping somebody out in lane. You'll see a lot of people that just immediately getting frustrated that you're taking, you know, minions from them in lane when they're not there, and it's just like, if it's CS that's going to be gone, then yeah, you should definitely take it. Don't even care about what those people say. If that thing's going to get destroyed under the tower, then that's something that you should consider taking. Here you can see me just like, no, Vi, you're not invited to this fucking party. So, take her out real quick. Get her out of the way, and then go back to pushing the lane. In this situation, mid isn't there. All these would probably get killed by themselves. And if you notice, you could see that Vi was just using her, I believe it's her excessive force out of the jungle right there, and you can see the shockwave from it. So that gives me a good idea where she is. I kind of expected Caitlyn to run a little bit there, but she lets go, and we get an awesome Vi play there. You can tell it's not me playing her, huh? So after that failed gank, I'm doing pretty good here. I got a couple kills. We can force them in lane. You can see they're really respecting my AP damage, or kind of respecting my AP damage, and as soon as we get some more people here, it's pretty much open close case. You don't want to repel into a situation where you're 4v1, especially with Vi all charged up and ready to go, but she goes in anyways, and I end up taking the hit, but we get the kill there, and that's Draven's fault for not getting out of there sooner. So, it's always nice to get a team kill if it's going to be one for one. That's not terrible, but we lose the tower here, so it's not the best situation. But you can't play every character on the map, and if that Draven would have been a little smarter and played a little behind, we'd probably kept that tower. Here I haven't messed with Singed in a while, so go up and give him an opportunity to go back, try and force this lane out, and keep it from going down, seeing as we just lost the middle tower. But a quick teleport in, and we get a bunch of people up top, so we got 3 people now, and obviously this is signifying that we need to be trying to take this tower. So I ride the bush line there and try and get a quick steal on this guy, snatch him up, drop some DPS on him real quick, watch Zed with the power fail, and take a few tower hits, because that's what pro players do. But you can see, this doesn't look like a good fight to me at all. Looks like Singed is under the tower taking hits, and it looks like that Zed is pretty dead there, so kind of back off a little bit and make sure that I don't get smoked right away. Here is just total meltdown, but with that repel, go to the farthest person away from you, get an enemy champion, run over to her, and it goes from a situation where I should definitely be dead to a situation where I'm dropping DPS on people. However, this is not a good situation for our tower, but what can you do? I try to signal to Singed that the tower is gone. You know, you gotta know when to fold them. That tower does not have a chance in hell, so there's no reason for you to stay there. That is my least favorite thing about playing in the bronze, silver, and you know, it might be the gold area. I play against gold people now all the time, and I have friends who play against platinum people, nobody diamond or anything, but they say the same thing. It's the same mistakes. If you're going to lose your tower, don't give them a kill too. There's just no point to it. You know, if they got a full minion wave and 2 people with them, and your tower has a quarter health left, just get out of there. The thing's going to die. What's the best that can happen for you? So you'll get a lot of people who are... Oh, look at that. Look at that awesome fail. Either way, absolute melt. So he made me look stupid with my cocoon, but how do you feel afterwards? So yeah, don't stay under the tower for no reason. That's just going to, you know, cause your team to be down a tower and a kill. There's no reason for it. So we run into a decent team fight here. I eat that Janna up because she's right in the way. She does an awesome flash there. You won't get a more quality flash than that. So, either way, we got the support flash, so it's not a complete loss. Nobody died. No harm, no foul kind of thing. I built into Leandra's Torment really early. It syncs really well with her build. And I also get the tankier jungler item. I forget what it's called right now, but everybody knows. The one that gives you 500 health. And then I start to go as AP as I feel like I can. Like right now, I'm getting away from things and I'm not dying right away. Nobody's melting me down, so snatch her out of the bush right there. But unfortunately, I don't feel comfortable with a Karma and a Janna and no vision on anybody else on the team. So I decide to run away slightly early, which works out good. You know, throw out some DPS there. I stick around a little too long in my opinion. I probably should have bounced there and saved some health, but it is what it is. I got enough build to hold my own there. But yeah, if you read into a Leandra's Torment or the guys, I think it's both. One builds into the other. If you read into that, you'll see that it syncs really well with her skills and her skill set. And obviously the jungler item that's a little more tanky is good, and I build Rylai's there because obviously the damage is where it's at. And I don't know what she was thinking here, but it worked out pretty good for me. She gives me the runaround a little bit, but landing a couple skill shots and hopping into spider form. I probably could have won about that fight a little better. Like you heard me say earlier, she's not the hardest character to play in the world, but there's a fine line between somebody playing Elise and somebody playing Pro Elise. So I probably could have taken her out shifting forms one time there if I'd have been a little better, but that's not the case. Either way, a kill is a kill, and at this point, I'm a giant snowballing spider, so we'll see. I've seen people build Elise AD, and it does work. She can do a lot of damage in her spider form, and she can turn out really tanky, but as you can see, I'm pretty tanky as it is right now anyways, and I'm, you know, mostly AP damage. And that melt factor is a big deal. Also, as Elise in the jungle, especially with this team comp, with Zed mid, I don't feel like I should be giving away the blue. But I get caught out pretty bad here. I got a flash, so get that out of the way real quick. Throw some damage backwards and try like hell to get out of here. It's tough living, but run backwards, pop up into the air, head back towards the bush, and try to get away from this damn buy. But you can see, there is a lot of ability to get away, and especially when you got a Singed behind you, just spouting that gas out the whole time. Yep. Singed is an idiot, though. He just refuses to get out, so it makes it a little harder on me, but either way, you can see the escape is there. She's definitely real dirty with that, and I secure the escape with a ward there, and Elise gets out in a situation where she should have been dead. And Sin gives me a little shout out there. Apparently we're friends. But it works out good. We get to go right back to a dragon because I dropped that ward there. Although dragon is out of range for my cocoon, but I wish I could say I planned that. Drop that ward there so you could do that. And once again, Karma comes out of nowhere, damn it, and starts laying into me. I don't know why she's so strong, but that's those Karma players you'll see every once in a while. Takes almost half my health. But I make Janna pay. We go in there and you can see I'm doing a good amount of damage. Hop down with the repel there and keep the business going. She does manage to get away, and I almost die for the 100th time in this game. Just barely getting away with no health. The pro escapes. That'll be on a highlight video at some point, I'm sure, but throw that into the bush. You can never be too sure. I'm really cautious at this point because I keep getting so close to dying, but that's what Elise is about. You can go 100% with Elise almost every single time. Like, there's no reason you should be leaving a team fight with full health, especially when you got the escape that you have. Here you can see like, Janet doesn't have a chance of getting in there. Zed comes out of nowhere and just starts laying into him, and we start going in again for another team fight. I throw out the greatest cocoon you've ever seen. I'm going to get so much fan mail for that one, that's for sure. Shitty cocoon, shitty repel, shitty spider, and I just sit there in the air for a little bit to think about what I did. But we pick up the secure on the dragon, and once again, escape unscathed. Give away a couple buffs there. Don't really need the red. Zed's the one going in doing all the shenanigans, so you couldn't see that because I had to fast forward, but not every cocoon is a winner. At least the last 10 I threw out. But with Vi missing her vault breaker as much as she is, it doesn't really matter. We got Karma right by the balls there. By her lady balls, excuse me. And we go in again. Yum! Little neurotoxin for the win. Here it's push and shove. I have enough to upgrade it to Leandra's Torment. I wait until very late to do that. In this case, you know, to the point where I think the game is pretty close to done at this point, but still, I wait a little bit to do that because it's not the greatest upgrade in the world in my opinion. I could be very wrong about that. Somebody could correct me, but there's other things out there that I can get, and the first form of that item is good enough. So either way, we come away with the win here for sure. I get to, you know, taunt the bad guys a little bit, throw out some spiders, hit a cocoon, not. Either way, we pick up the win. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and check out a little Elise action. She's definitely, like I said, one of the more fun players to play. So stay tuned for the runes and masteries, and like and subscribe. Thank you.